Na 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 na. Okay, it's Genshin third anniversary birthday. Yay! Congratulations! In the spirit of the birthday, I will try to walk through the memory line from the beginning of Genshin Impact uh, release date, which is the version 1.0 to current version 4.1. Yeah, so Genshin Impact was first released on 28th of September 2020. Welcome to Teyvat. Oh, step into a fast magical world of adventure. So this is the first banner, the first version of the game that we see. What in top of my mind is the drama on surrounding the first game, which is the Breath of the Wild Zelda game. So many of those say that this was a direct copy or maybe a rip-off of that game because they have stamina and then they have an elemental, they have open world theme, but the only difference that this is a free-to-play game and a gacha game. Meanwhile, BOW is a full paid game. So we first step into Mondstadt. We got to know the crew, the Knight of Euphonius, Amber, Kaya, Lisa, and Jean. Then we got to know Diluc, and we got to know the mysterious bard, Fenty. Well, the open world area is fun, the combat is fun. We have 6 elemental to play because Dendro is still not available yet. But the elemental reaction was so fun and so unique. Overall, this is the first version, and we have the startup characters, and we got the gacha characters, the 5-star, which is Jean, Diluc, Mona, I guess, Mona, Kuching, and Chichi, I guess. Yeah, that's 5. So that was the first version of Genshin Impact 1.0. It's literally the introduction of the game, the world, and a couple of plot points. Next, a new star approaches, version 1.1. Actually, from the version 1.0, the second continent, which is Liyue, is already unlocked. I don't know exactly about this, but the story, the main arcane story of Liyue is unlocked on version 1.1. So Liyue is the neighboring country, and Liyue is in the range of the Geo-Archon. Geo-Archon named Rex Lapis, also known as Morax. Okay, the drama regarding this version is about Zhongli, I guess, because at this from the very beginning, people already knew that Zhongli is special, right? He is mysterious. He has the Geo vision, and turns out he is the Geo Archon. That he faked his death and nothing. So people have this expectation regarding him that he's supposed to be a very powerful character to be in your team. But at that moment, at that time, Geo Elemental Resonance is only crystallized, I think. Well, until this day, it's also just crystallized. So they only create a shard of elemental gems, I think. If you pick it up, you will get a shield. So it's only defensive, and I believe that the people were mad about that. They don't want a not broken Geo Archon, so people were complaining, I guess. I remember that the first time Zhongli was released, I got him, by the way. I got him even though I was F2P. But I got him, and I remember that he was pretty weak. Yeah, he was pretty weak to deal damage. His look was top tier though. But after the drama, they repatched it, and I guess that's how he was fixed. So I believe that's the time where in his skill there where HP percentage based was added after the drama surrounding Zhongli. Okay, next is the version 1.2, the Chalk Prince and the Dragon. Oh, this is the first time we see Albedo. Albedo is the alchemist of the Favonius Knights, and we got I don't know, the Dragon Spine, I guess, yeah. So this is the first time, first hype of maps expansion in Genshin Impact. The new map, which is Dragon Spine, and it was hell, like literally hell. You have this cult mechanic. I believe the drama is surrounding the cult mechanic also. There's there's a cult mechanic, so your HP will be drained because of the cult. I believe many of them, after they complete the 100% of this region, the Dragon Spine region map, they completely left it out. Like there's no other reason to come back to that place, so they just go. They will never back to this Dragon Spine. Yeah, I guess that's it. I don't know. I don't remember any other drama, but Albedo is a Geo character. Yeah, Geo is such an exclusive elements and reaction. So as an F2P, I really have to think twice to roll for a Geo character. Next is version 1.3, All That Glitters. The Lantern Festival, Rite of Lantern, Lantern Rite Festival. And we got to explore the background of the demon Yaksha Xiao. Yeah, he was emo. He was the emo character of the Genshin. Well, Genshin story is not that dark. I mean, but so the when Xiao was added and his backstory was introduced, well, we immediately know that he is the emo character. Next is Invitation of Windbloom, version 1.4 now available. Okay, this is the first rerun of the character, which is rerun is Venti. People drink wine, people play games, and what I remember in these versions is that I choose Wolf Hook as a Windbloom by the end because Razor. I don't know about drama, but people really took notice of Rosaria model in-game model at that time, especially her chest, because they got nerfed, I think. Because yeah, as a nun, that's a very revealing outfit. I don't think there's any other drama. Okay. Ooh, it's version 1.5, Beneath the Light of Jadata. Okay, this is the new weekly boss, Azdaha, attempting to challenge Azdaha without a shield. I guess that's practically suicide. Without shield, they will drain your HP so fast. Oh, this is the version 1.6 Midsummer Island Adventure. This is the first Golden Apple Archipelago event, and this is also the first costume that introduced to the character. And it was only two for the two character. It's for Barbara, a free-to-play costume, and Jin. Oh, it was so fun. I believe we also get Kazuha in this version, because I remember I roll for Kazuha, and his ascension material is only found in Archipelago, and that Archipelago, the Sea Ganoderma thing. So I remember I was exploring that island very thoroughly because I want to raise my Kazuha. Version 1.6, we got introduced to the Inazuma region. This is the one version before Inazuma. Okay, version 2.0, the Immovable God and the Eternal Euthymia. Yeah, this is the first introduction of the Inazuma region. So we got smuggled by Beidou to the Inazuma region with her ship. We met Toma at the bay and we got introduced to Ayaka. So the first banner is Ayaka, right? Ayaka is a top tier DPS. I tried to roll for her, but I still did not get her, even though I have the Miss Splitter Reforge, but I still didn't have Ayaka. So, and the second banner is Yoimiya, which is a normal attack enhanced character with Pyrovision. We know after Yoimiya there will be Raiden Shogun, And so people were skipping Yoimiya all over because they want to roll for Raiden Shogun. Okay, version 2.1, Floating World Under the Moonlight. We got the continuation of the rebellion story in Inazuma. In this version, this is the first one when we have to fight the Archon herself, the Electro Archon, Raiden Shogun. And then we have this awesome Archon story. When I say awesome, it's because this is the first time that we face the Archon itself, and Kazuha had this double vision thing. It was so cool. And then we got to face the Archon, and then our elemental skill and burst got sealed, etc, etc. It was so cool, but honestly, from the storyline point of view, the beginning and the middle was so boring. Yeah, for the rebellion, and then we got to know that Fatu is behind them all. It was so boring, but the finale was so epic. I don't know how to say about it in Inazuma region. Yeah, in this version, I think we got to face La Shinora. First death, I think. No. This is the first major death of the character. People were pissed, not pissed. People were disappointed because they want La Shinora as a playable character, I guess. Bam! She got killed. She got one-shotted by Raiden Shogun. It was so cool. Oh, another drama is regarding Kokomi, I think. So when Kokomi was released, she was a full healer. Like she cannot crit. I believe this is the first the first drama I heard that. Wow, her critical rate is negative 100. People try to build her with critical because her critical is in negative. People try to rebel and give her critical artifact because she was a healer, just a healer. People were mad at that time though, because as we know right now, Kokomi is a top tier character because after the Dendro release, I believe. Next, this is version 2.2 into the pre-release Labyrinth of Fog. This is the continuation of the Inazuma story. After the Gnosis was taken by Scaramouche, Tartaglia was sent to Inazuma to investigate, but we end up in a domain. I don't think there's anything worth noticing here. Except for the event of the domain is very similar to the simulated universe of the Honkai Star Rail. Next, version 2.3 Shadow of Mist Snowstorm. This albedo. This is the SAS albedo, I think. There's a whooper flower that can change itself to mimic albedo. So we have this albedo, and then there's a SAS albedo without the star mark in his throat and neck. There's something sus and something foreboding about albedo, because at the end dialogue he was saying something like, if I am to destroy the world or Mondstadt or something like that. It was something ominous or foreboding about him. Shenhe. It's version 2.4, Fleeting Colors in Flight. This is another release of new character in Lantern Ride Festival. Shenhe is a cryo support. So there's Ganyu as well. So Ganyu is around from 1.2, I guess, after Shao. So the main DPS of cryo at that time was Ganyu and Ayaka. So Shenhe was released as a cryo support, DPS cryo support. I believe this is the event where Ningguang was rebuilding her Jade Chamber and then destroying it again. Version 2.5, When the Sakura Bloom. It's Yaemiko release. Honestly didn't remember anything about this. Maybe this is the version where Raiden Shogun's puppet become the weekly boss, isn't it? Version 2.6, Zephyr of the Violet Garden. it's Ayato in the maybe the release of Ayato and maybe and the Chasm also. Ayato I also didn't remember anything. Oh, I remember there's a mechanical theater mechanicus in this event 2.6, but I believe this is also the version where the Chasms area expansions was introduced, because in that area there's a domain for Ayato's artifact there. Version 2.7 Hidden Dreams in the Depth was the release of the most broken character in Genshin Impact. Kuki Shinobu. We got trapped behind inside the cave along with these characters. It was so fun though. We got introduced to Yelan and Kuki Shinobu, which is arguably the best character in Genshin, I think. Kuki Shinobu can heal and she could do well in the current Hyper Bloom party, while Yelan is a Hydro DPS, Hydro enabler with HP percentage build, so she was good all around. Oh yeah, we got introduced to Xiao, another emo story of Xiao. Summer Fantasia is a reflection of world inside the psyche of each character. So we got Mona, Xinyan, Kazuha, and Fischl. We got to introduce each character and each area of the Golden Apple Islands. It was so fun though. Oh, also it was the very first voice of the Sumeru Archon was revealed at the end of the so at this time, version 2.8, we got the leak for Sumeru, the remarketing for Sumeru. So I believe the version 3.0 is the introduction of the Sumeru. So we know that the Sumeru Academia have the Dendro Archon. Have two Dendro Archon. The very first is the Greater Lord Durkadevata, and right now is the Lesser Lord Kusanali, which is confined in her place in the Academia. Regarding story, I think this is the best story, the best story of the Archon quest so far. I am maybe biased because Sumeru has this really great soundtrack, the Middle Eastern one, the South Indian one, South Asian one. This is probably biased because I am Southeast Asian, but the music, the place, I really like Sumeru. I really like the Sumeru vibe, really like Sumeru environment, and the story was so good. Well, the only drama that I know is regarding no dark skin character in Sumeru, which is meant to represent Middle Easterns or South Asians, I think. The only dark character that was released was Dia, but she was fairly dark skinned, so people were mad. I have no problem with that. Okay, King Dashert and the three Magi, Magi. I don't know. The version 3.1 is the next continuation of the Sumeru Archon story. So the first time, the first map unlock was I have to say this, that Sumeru region was very, very large. It was the largest continent ever, I would say. Because the first part was a jungle part, so we got greenery, we got water, we got swamps here and there, waterfall. And then the second part was the desert part. We got a pyramid. Whoa, I believe I've spent so much time in the underground of that pyramid trying to look for a slab uh, a slab for a world quest. I spent so much time 100%ing this area, the desert area, and then after that we got another expansion, Hurricane Desert, Hadramafath, I think, and then we got another expansion of the desert, I think. So I believe this is the start when players start to complain that the exploration part is too hard, maybe too long. But I beg to differ, because when I play Genshin, I play it for the exploration part. I like to go around finding chests, finding puzzle, and etc. The world quest with Jibril and Jad. Ooh, that was so good. That was so good. Please give Jad a vision and let her be a playable character. Thank you. This is the continuation. So we got introduced to the Fatui, the doctor, and Scaramouche. He wanted to become a god, so they collaborate with the doctor and the Sumeru. What was it called? Scholar, to build him a giant mecha to become a god. So in the next version, we got to fight him as the world boss, weekly boss. Akasha pulses, the Kalpa flame rises. Oh yeah. Beside that, we also learned that the World 3 Irminsul contained the memory of the world of Teyvat. So if you erase the database from Irminsul, you practically erase everything from the world. So I believe this is the ending of the Forbidden Knowledge arc and Eleazar arc. So Nahida come to the Irminsul and erase the remnant of Rukadevata's memory, thus curing the world of Forbidden Knowledge and Eleazar, which is a pretty sad ending. Next, Wanderer. Yeah, so Scaramouche was not dead after we defeat him, but he wanted to go back in time, and so he tried to hack the Irminsul and literally delete himself as the Fatui Harbinger Scaramouche. Oh no, the Acquisite Night Chimes. This is the first cringe that I could remember, because Hu Tao raps. That's it. Hu Tao raps. And I was cringing. I mean, rapping is not for me, I guess. She was with Xingyan, and Xingyan doing a performance, and Hu Tao's rap. And I was cringing. I don't remember anything beside that. The Exquisite Night Chimes, version 3.4. Version 3.5, Windbloom's Breath. I remember this one because of the drama, of course. So we all knew that the English voice actor has an online presence in Genshin community. So I believe why I remember it so hard, because in this version of Windbloom's Festival, Kole originated from Sumeru, but have previously come to Mondstadt, decided to go to the Windbloom's Festival in Mondstadt. So she came with Sino and Tinari. So again, back to the voice actor, I believe there's a drama, not a drama, but an accusation and a whole ass icky thing regarding abuse with the voice actor of Tignari. So I remember that every time Tinari speaks in this event, I was internally cringing. That's why this was so etched back in my memory and my heart. This version 3.5. Besides that, we learned that there's a witches covenant in Mondstadt. I guess that's it. I don't know, but I remember it fondly because of the drama. I believe this is the last version where Hoyo first decided to patch the voice actor of Tignari. So after this version, the voice of Tignari will be replaced with another VA entirely. But I guess at this point I already completed Tignari story and character quest. So okay. Oh, version 3.6, A Parade of Providence. This is the story of festival, the Academia Festival. So the Academy have many darshan, like a faculty or maybe like many faculty or many brands. They decided to go to hold a festival. Overall, beside the competition between the darshan, I don't remember anything worth saying. Okay, let's go. It's point 3.7. It's version 3.7. I have to be honest to you guys, but at this point, Hoyo first has released new game, which is Honkai Star Rail. So when I see the version 3.7 will be released and the story will be surrounded in TGC. So TGC is a card game inside the Genshin world. There's a tournament of card game there. So when I see that the version 3.7 will consist of that game, I lost my desire to play Genshin. And since Honkai Star Rail was released exactly I think around this time, so I switched to Honkai Star Rail and I did Genshin for about 1 to 3 months. So I skipped this point 3.7 version. I also skipped the version 3.8, the Secret Summer Paradise. This was the costume for Klee and Kaya was released, and also a free to play Layla. But because I skipped this version to play Honkai Star Rail, I didn't have them. Okay, next, this is the earliest version 4.0. A slight rain falls without reason. We got to go to the Fontaine. We got to go to Fontaine, the Hydro Archon's continent region. Right as we stepped to the entrance, we got introduced to the Hydro Archon herself, Furina, which is weird, like really weird. She really is clueless. I think she looks clueless. She didn't know what happened, and she speaks too much, not like an Archon. But for me personally, I really don't like Lini and Lynette character. I don't know why. Lini, Lynette, and Femine, I don't really like them much. Like they're sus. Character design standpoint, they really bland in my opinion, especially Lini and Lynette. So I didn't have any desire to pull for them. Well, Lynette, you have them for free, but Lini, I don't think I will. I have the desire to play or have him in my party. This is the first. Oh, we have the as attorney, not as attorney, the murder investigation arc. The first time in the Genshin Impact. So we got to the court. We played the defense attorney. We present cases, and then there's the judge, the new village guy. Okay, this is the earliest version 4.1, to the stars shining in the depth. We got introduced to Arlecchino, I don't know how to pronounce it, to the knave. So this is the fourth harbinger of the Fatui, and the character release for this banner is Nuviled and Risley. Again, I don't know why, but this region didn't have anything that pulled my heart. I don't know how to say it, but I really didn't want any of them from Lini, Lynette, Fremine, Nuvile, Nuvilet, and Risley. Maybe Risley. Maybe Risley because he is a cryo catalyst user. But every character released from Fontaine, I really didn't have. I don't know what is a magnetism too. I didn't have the desire to want them. Like meh, they all seem so meh. Maybe Navia, but Navia is a Geo character, so I again as an F2P player, I have to read, I have to rethink twice to pull for Geo character. Don't really get that though, but Nivea was broken. I don't know. I don't care. His character was cool. He is the Hydro. He was the Hydro. He was the Hydro Dragon, but I didn't want him. Like I really didn't want him to in my party. Same as Lini and Lynette. Same as Fremine. So all this time, so maybe I just pull for Furina in Fontaine. Maybe this is the first time in region that I only have one character, which is the Hydro Archon itself. Okay, that's it. That's the whole Genshin Impact version, down to the memory land. What I remember playing all these 3 years. Okay, I hope I will get Furina in my next pull. Happy birthday, Genshin Impact! Please give me.